What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hope everybody's had a great week so far. Thought I'd give y'all a little update on the Street Machine group build that I've been building as part of the Street Machine group build hosted by my buddy over there at Blue Ox Model Shop. If y'all aren't subscribed to Jason, I'll drop a link down below. Get subscribed to him. That way you can watch a lot of his awesome builds that he does over there. And you can join in on the Street Machine Group build also. So if many of you have been watching the Fred and Luca bench racing series, this is the kit that I chose actually to be part of the group build, but we did a bench racing series about this one, and just different ways of how I would build it, as well as with OLC over there. And I'll leave a link down below for Luca's channel. That way, if you're not subscribed to him, which if you ain't, I kind of find that hard to believe. Everybody's subscribed to OLC over there at the Luca C channel. But we'll debut this particular build. This will be the last time that y'all see this build, especially in the exploded view like we've got right here. But I'll show you what all I've got done with it before it gets final assembly. But the next time you see it, it'll be on the bench racing series with Fred and Luca and the finished up form. So stop by there, and next time you see the next episode of Fred and Luca, and this one will be finished. But let's talk a little bit about the about this old kit here. It's I know I've built this kit probably 3 times now. But I seen the box art and the blue, and that's the box art that's on the banner for this video. I was like, you know what? I love the box art. I love the color. I love the white deck stripes. And I just went ahead and just shot it with the TS54 metallic blue, and did just a bright white deck stripes. These are painted deck stripes. The decals in this kit was gone. They were cracking, and I just didn't want to use them, so I just taped it. About 1 hour of taping these off and getting everything lined up correctly, and about 30 minutes of shooting the bright white over that, and I was done. Then we followed that up with about 3 coats of TS13 clear, and we got it polished out. Did the bare metal foil on Friday Night Hangout last week. And the one thing that was giving me grief was going around these fender wells. Oh my goodness. One side worked great, but the other one, the next 3 started giving me grief. I had some new bare metal foil, and it just wasn't sticking, just wasn't adhering to the fender well. So I had to just stop where I was at because I was getting kind of discouraged with it. And I took out the chrome Molotov pen, and I just went right around the fender wells with it. And it's just a matter of just trying, putting on your magnifying head loop and going to work. But everything is done on the body right now. The only thing left to do now is to go around the deck lid, the hood, and doors with panel liner, and getting those taken care of. We got the front grille. It's just mocked up in there, so it's not really finished up with that. But we'll be finishing that here soon, soon enough. Just really, once I get it, get all the panel liner on it, then I'll set that to the side. Got all the jewelry for what I call the bumpers and stuff. Got all that ready for installation. We got the firewall right here. And already got the master cylinder and booster glued on. Got all the detail painting on the firewall. The as far as the fan box right here, as far as the that I did that in the AK Super Chrome. We airbrushed that on. That turns out that AK Chrome is just awesome, and I prefer using it now than I had the Alclad Chrome. It's just you can handle it better, and I really do like that. So we'll get that set to the side. We got the radiator core support and the radiator. All that's glued on except for the battery and the windshield washer bottle. We got all that detail painted. Got some photo etch ends on the on the battery cables and everything. So that'll be probably some of the last thing that goes into the engine bay when I get finished with it. We got that front spoiler right here. That's ready to mount once I get the body on the car. What else we got? We got the rear tail lights right here. They're ready to go inside the body itself. I haven't got the glass inside the body yet. That's going to be. I still got to paint as far as the sun visors. I got to get that painted up as well. Got a front sway bar to go on it. Got a detail paint. That's why I got the orange out. Got a detail paint. We'll spray or airbrush these lenses that goes in the fog lights on the front. So I got that setting off to the side there. The only other thing up underneath the car I've got to do is the rear drive shaft. I'll be cutting this drive shaft in two. All I use is pretty much just the knuckle ends of the universal joints, and I usually pin those and build a telescopic type drive shaft. That way, once I get it into glued to the rear end, I can slide that up on the telescoping end and get that glued into the transmission. So it looks aesthetically, it looks a lot better with I wouldn't say chrome, but at least it looks more like a steel drive shaft. But I got to get that done here in the next probably the next coming days. I was able to get the interior. We went with a two-tone interior in this thing. We just went with a light gray and a kind of I don't even remember what that was called. Let's see. That was a medium blue. It was an XF18. So we went two-tone with the interior. Got the floor flocked. A lot of detail painting went into the dash, console, things like that, and on the door cards. Had some photo etch speaker grills, and I put those. They fit perfectly in those openings where the molded in speakers are at. So I just went ahead and glued those in as well, and I think that's a nice little accent to the rear package tray. And then we just put the seat belts in and got them all ready got the interior ready for final stages of it. Got the 396. Well, this is really a 427. I call it a 427. Your big blocks, as far as your big block Chevrolets, your 396s, 427, 454s, all pretty much, they're all the same, just other difference in horsepower and such. I 3D printed as far as the blower and the blower manifold and the housing for the carburetors. These are also 3D printed carburetors that's sitting on this engine. Once I got everything lined up on the pulleys and everything, as far as the crank and the blower pulley and the idler, I just fabricated a blower belt for this thing, and I've got one of those. I got that in my tutorial listing if you're wondering where I got that belt from. And but this is the engine. This is the big block Chevrolet engine from the AMT 67 Chevelle Pro Street Kit. It builds up awesome. It's a great looking engine. The only thing that I don't like about it, there's a hole in the drive shaft. There's a hole in the oil pan right here, which you can plug that up, but that cross member on the right in here covers that up, so I ain't gonna have to do anything. The only thing I had to do crazy with these mufflers to get it to fit down in between the frame rails, I had to do a little bit of grinding on the sides and everything, but hey, you don't never see them down through there, so you don't even know they're ground unless I had told you. We'll round it out with the wiring. I used the Concours Model Accessories distributor on this build, and use the ProTech Edelbrock style air cleaners on top of the carbs right there. So, but that thing right there is done. We're going to set it off to the side right here, and we'll talk a little bit more about the frame. Last time y'all seen the frame, I think it was, I'd already painted and everything. We just went NATO black with the, as far as on the bottom of the frame right here. And then the frames and the frame rails and everything, I did those with a gloss black. And rounding out the rear end, we had to narrow that rear end a little bit just to where I could get those tires and wheels tucked up under the fender wells itself. That way, once it gets mounted, the frame gets mounted to the body, these wheels will be, or the tires will be inside the fender well itself. So, and then we just did a little bit of detail painting right here on the gas tank and such. But other than that, found me a nice old set of center lines, and we stripped the chrome on those and shot those in aluminum. But the next time you see this kit, the next time you see this car, it will be fully assembled, and it'll be on the next episode of Bench Racing with Fred and Luca. I always like to debut my final builds on Bench Racing, and it kind of opens up the door for the next one. So I'll be shaking up the box, and this thing will magically appear built. But I'll leave a link below for both Jason and for OLC's channel over there. If y'all aren't subscribed to either one of them, get subscribed to them. They're both awesome content creators and awesome builders themselves. Anyhow, folks, hope you have a great rest of your week. Remember, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out of here.